Whoa. Threes, everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode. This is the show where I talk about 3 brand new singles every single week. I also talk about albums and EPs, as long as there are 3 separate projects, it's fine. And before we start this episode, as always, I have to remind you that we're getting close to 500 subscribers, and if we end up getting to 500 by the end of April, I will dye my hair purple. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and if you like the channel, and also share the video with your friends. Just share the show with anyone. Just like show them this show and like force them to watch it. Thank you, thank you.
This path I walk is comforting, but now I'm left to sing this song alone.
Anyway, we're gonna start off with a pretty big one. It's not really a new single, but last year, Whitechapel came out with a deathcore album that was extremely sad and extremely heavy and also melodic. It was a really cool blend of the typical Whitechapel style with also a lot of melodic elements to it, and they also managed to make just the saddest fucking album I'd heard that year, I think. The lyrics of that album they were just like, it literally made me love Whitechapel so much more than I did, and they somehow managed to make that beautiful album and then release an acoustic version of one of the songs and make it even more beautiful. So of course I'm wearing the Valley merch because I have to, because it's Whitechapel. They released an acoustic version of their track Hickory Creek, which was the softest song on the Valley, but it was still like it's one of the best songs on there. It's a little bit more like if you've heard Bring Me Home by Whitechapel off of Mark of the Blade, which is my favorite Whitechapel song, by the way. Phil Bozeman is just like, he doesn't get enough credit for like his singing. Like, he has some of the fucking best screams and one of the most recognizable voices in deathcore just in general, and some of the sickest lows ever, and he also sings like a fucking angel. His voice is extremely beautiful in the song, and they were on the original too, but like here it's just the vocals shine so much more because there's not as much going on because it's an acoustic version. But holy shit, like he should sing more. He should just do like, they should do more acoustic versions of the song. Like, have an acoustic version of The Valley, just the entire record. When a Demon Defiles a Witch, I think would actually really work as an acoustic song as well. I think that could be really cool. The Valley was just like, it's such a joy to listen. Well, it's not a joy to listen to because the lyrics are extremely sad, but you get what I mean in the sense that it's a great experience to sit through, and this kind of adds to that. I think, imagine this being the actual Hickory Creek. Like, that would be fucking insane. And I think I actually enjoy this version a little bit more because I think it's because of Phil's voice. I think when he's more of the focus of the track, I think I don't know, I love his voice, so that's just kind of it. And this is just like, this proves that Whitechapel can do so much more than just deathcore, and they can do so much more with deathcore. They can like, they have the ability to just like create a perfect mix of extremely heavy deathcore and super melodic, catchy stuff, and that's what they did on the Valley. And this is just like, let's just focus on vocals and the lyrics of this song, and it's just like it kind of highlights the lyrics in a way that it's beautiful. I definitely recommend listening to The Valley. I'm so glad I got to talk about The Valley because it's an album that I love so much, and I really wanted to talk about it in some form, and now I get to do it. And yeah, it's definitely an album that you should listen to if you're into deathcore at all. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the track. It's phenomenal, and I already knew that, but like this is just kind of like, this showcases how just incredible the lyrics are and how great Phil is as a vocalist. He's like the Sam Carter of deathcore. Anyway, I'll move on, I guess, to a new single from A Day to Remember called Mindreader. This is the 3rd single off of their upcoming record, You're Welcome. It's coming out whenever. It's still no release date. It was supposed to come out last year, and then it was delayed, and now they continue to delay it, and we don't know when it's gonna come out, so I guess we'll see about that. But they released the track Degenerates, and it was a lot of people thought that song was just not good, and I think I agreed, like, for like the first month maybe, but re-listening to it has definitely grown on me, and I think it's just a completely alright song. I think it's definitely not their best song, but it's it's okay. It's okay for what it is. And then they dropped Resentment, which was literally one of my favorite songs of last year, maybe my second favorite, or my #1 favorite song of last year. It's like the perfect version of a pop A Day to Remember. That meaning the pop metalcore side of A Day to Remember. And that song is just, it's phenomenal. I've listened to it just an embarrassing amount of times. And now they have a new single called Mindreader, and it's a little bit more in like, it's a little bit more in Degenerates territory in the sense of the style. It's more like that pop punk, but like it's not really pop punk. It's more like just a pop rock kind of song, and I think it's alright. I'm not extremely fond of this song. I think the chorus is really good. I think they just nailed that. It's super catchy, it's super fun, but I wish there was something more to this song because it's pretty much just the same verse and the same chorus repeated like 4 times or whatever. The bridge is just kind of Jeremy repeating Mindreader, and then it builds up to that final chorus, but I think the final chorus really hits just because of the chorus being actually really good. But that's kind of what saves this song. It needs something. Like the bridge is just too short, I think. And I'm just kind of like, that's the build-up, especially coming off of Resentment, which had like that build-up to the breakdown in Resentment is just oof, nasty shit. And then the breakdown itself is also pretty fucking nasty. And then we get to the final chorus, and this is just kind of like Mindreader, chorus, and it really leaves me wanting more. That being said though, I'm still excited for this album just because of Resentment, honestly, and a little bit because of this song, because I think the chorus is really good. And A Day to Remember, I've always been just incredible at making choruses anyway, so even if we get like an album that's just full of songs like this, I'm not gonna hate it. I'm definitely gonna enjoy quite a few of the tracks, and I'm hoping we get more stuff like Resentment on it, and a little bit more stuff like this, but a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more experimental. I wish that they kind of experimented with a few more things, especially in this song. Resentment is flawless, so like no complaints about that one. If the album was just Resentment 10 times, it would be album of the year. So overall, I think this is an okay song with a great chorus, but there's just there's something missing here. I feel like they should have done a little bit more with it. That's really it. That being said though, the music video is pretty cool. It's got like that Samurai Jack art style. It's animated. But yeah, I'm fine with this. Like I'm not disappointed, but I'm also not blown away like I was with Resentment. So I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna check out this album, and I'm definitely still excited for it.
Last project of the day!
Make Them Suffer have released another single off of their upcoming album, How to Survive a Funeral. I loved their last single, Erase Me. It was a perfect blend of extremely heavy metalcore with this super symphonic chorus, and then the ending is just like extremely huge, this emotional outro, I don't know. And this new song, it's called Drown With Me. And is Make Them Suffer just like the best metalcore band in the scene right now? I think this song is even better than Erase Me. This is like, take Erase Me, make the heavy parts heavier, make the soft parts softer, and experience fucking magic. The chorus in this song almost like sounds like something that could have been in a poppy song, like just with the vocals. It sounds kind of like something that could have been on I Disagree, and there's a fucking deluxe version coming out of that record, and I'm so excited for it. I was speechless when I heard this chorus. It's like, take that extremely just beautiful chorus from Erase Me and make it like a million times more beautiful. Erase Me is still a great song though. It's still a fantastic song, but this is not one of my most anticipated albums of the year, and I love the title, How to Survive a Funeral. I think that's really, like, it's a perfect title, and it also describes the emotional just strength that this band have, because every song is like a mix of extremely heavy and angry, but also like extremely powerful and emotional and sad. And the outro of this track, the outro is basically just vocal flexing. It's just this vocalist going like, hey, I'm a fucking beast. I can't. Who gave them permission to just be that good? What the fuck? I was blown away by this song, and I think this album is gonna be so strong. I think it's definitely gonna be one of the best metalcore records to come out this year, and probably one of the best metalcore records to come out in quite a while. They are one of, if not the, just best metalcore band out there right now, in my opinion. What more can I say? It's like, it's one of the most beautiful metalcore songs I've heard all year, and make them suffer. How is this band not... I think you get my point. This song is great, this band is great, this album is going to be great. I can't wait. And that is pretty much it. That is it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like I said, we're trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of April, and if we do that, I will dye my hair purple. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and share the video with a friend or just anyone really. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and yeah. Goodbye!